Hey my friends, I'm back doing another wild edible medicinal herb for you, and this one is shepherd's purse, Capsella bursa pastoris. And in this video, I'm going to show you outside what the plant looks like in its early stages, which is the best time to pick it, so it's the most tender and tastes really great. It is in the brassica family, so like cabbage, broccoli family. It does taste like a broccoli. The roots do taste like a broccoli as well. The whole plant is edible, even the seeds, right to the root, the stalks. And here are some of the leaves that I harvest that I'll be chopping up. And I'll be stir frying that up and showing you how to cook that, which is very easy. This is a really great staple food. It's everywhere. Hey my friends, I'm back doing another wild edible for you. I've got so many wild edibles that there's no way I'd be able to go back and just redo any of the videos that I've done really long that are on my YouTube channel. I apologize for the wind. It's nice and windy out today, but I wanted to get this done for you because I have a couple other wild edibles that I want to get before they start to get a little bit bigger. This is when they're at their prime. We're in May still, and it's a great time to get your small edible wild edibles because they taste so good when they're tender. When they start to get bigger, they get a little woody, and there's parts that you really can't eat because they don't taste very good, and then the energy is going to the seed, going to the flower that's going to seed. So everything has its stages. So it's like prime time right now for your small wild edibles. So we're going to talk about shepherd's purse today, and this is shepherd's purse. It's already starting to flower, but I do have some that are not flowering. Apologize for the wind. And then you have the stalks and their leaves. This is when it's going to another stage, but then if you look down here, you have your rosettes, and I'm going to show you some that do not have their stalk, but this is good because you can eat this as well. The Latin name is Capsella bursa pastoris. It's in a cruciferous family, the brassica family, which means some people can't eat brassicas like cauliflower, broccoli, because they can't really digest them that well. This is a spring wild edible. The rosette, this is called a rosette, where it rosettes out. Evening primrose does this as well. There's a lot of others that do that. It is a biannual. It's high in vitamin A, C, and K. It has a lot of omega-3, 6, vitamins, inositol, B8, B1. It does help with, so B8 helps with brain and insulin. It's anticoagulant, anti-cancer, anti-thrombin. It is wound healing, antioxidant. I can't even speak today. Antioxidant, has ability to lower blood pressure, stimulates the uterine. So not a good idea if you're pregnant. Probably stay away from that wild edible or the tincture extract because it does stimulate the uterine contractions. Anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. So I'm going to say something about the stimulating the uterine contractions. I know a lot of women that, have come to me in the past looking for certain herbs to, they'd be in their 8.5 month, almost to their 9th month, and they want to really, they're done. They want to finish. They want to go into labor. And I won't sell them any herbs because when you try to force that, you can cause a cardiac arrest in the baby. So just be mindful if you're someone that is impatient and can't wait another week or two or whatever the deal is. You've gone that long, you might as well just push it through to the next couple of weeks, because you can really harm a baby by forcing labor. You don't want to force labor, and I know they do it all the time. So it does help with heart and circulatory problems, mild heart failure, low blood pressure, and nervous heart complaints. Somebody that is going through a really hard time, the loss of a family member or something, and it really is heavy on the heart. Headaches, blood and urine, bladder infections, diarrhea. It's internal and external bleeding. So Yarrow does the same thing. It has similar properties for bleeding. hemorrhages of all kinds, stomach, lungs, uterus, kidneys. The name shepherd's purse actually came from its use to stop bleeding in their sheep. And the seed pods were a nutritional value food for the sheep. So you can, if you go on my YouTube channel, Vermont Pure Herbs, I do have a full video of the seed pods, and I talked a little bit about it on my quirky videos. I try not to have quirky videos, but you know, we all have those moments. They were long, and I don't want to do long videos anymore. I'm trying to shorten them up for you. It's easier to follow. So the flower heads are edible as well. The whole plant is edible, right down to the root. So I'm going to harvest a bunch of them today. We're going to go in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to eat them. Great for PMS, nosebleeds, again, diarrhea, wounds, scurvy, cancer. Also, shepherd's purse is considered a proto-carnivore. It attracts nematodes, which are small worms in the soil, and it poisons them with its seeds by eliminates the nematodes. So shepherd's purse also enriches the soil around it. So it's kind of a good thing, and you know, it can take over too, because I have a lot of it everywhere. Although I love my wild edibles, that's why. You can make a tea from the herb. You can do a stir fry, and you can the roots can act as a stir fry. The seeds are peppery and can be used as a substitute for pepper. That is true. The roots are spicy, can be used in the place of ginger, which they say this, but to be honest with you, they do not taste like ginger. To me, they taste like a rutabaga, which is in the Brassica family. So I don't know why. Maybe it's the roots later on. I've never dug up the roots later on. It's always just the smaller, you know, the smaller roots that I use. They don't taste like ginger, that's for sure. So I have my own ginger that I grow that I do use. You can soak the leaves because they can be tough and coarse. If you soak them for a couple of days, or actually just overnight even, or a couple hours, it softens them up, and you can put them in your salads. The seed pods, infusion from the seed pods can expel worms and helps with stomach pains. You can also make an infusion of the whole plant as a wash for poison ivy. So, you know, if you make a tea or a wash with it, and then every day you just kind of wipe off where you have your poison ivy, it will help ease it and help it so it doesn't keep spreading. So what I'm going to be harvesting today is all of this. And you can eat these raw too. These are really good raw. I'm not going to do that right now, but I just want to show them to you. These are the little flowers. I do have some over yonder. I'm going to go over there and show you what the pods look like. I just saw it. It's funny how the different stages is like, oh, we have little ones, we have the babies, we have the rosettes here, and then over here we have the stalk, and then over here, right next to it, a little later, we have the little rosettes, which I'll show you. So I'm going to harvest this whole thing today. I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to cook it and show you how to eat it. And right here, it does not have a stalk. So this is just the rosette. And this is what you're looking for in these guys. I've been chopping up ginger and carrots for this, so my hands are a little orange. You see that? They're toothed, almost similar to a dandelion. If you don't have a strong eye for it, or you know, some people will be like, oh, that's dandelion. Well, here's the difference. It's not dandelion. Or might have some other lookalikes. Well, here's one that would look. You might think, oh, that's just a baby dandelion. Well, it's not. That's a dandelion. So if you don't have a trained eye, you want to go out with somebody experienced, or go back and look at my videos and go from there. So let me show you what the little pods. Oops, dropped my microphone. What the little pods look like. I'm in my greenhouse. I encourage my wild edibles. Although I do pick them later on, I do weed out everything just so it's not overabundance, because you will get bugs. Bugs do love the wild edibles. Just gonna put my microphone back on here. So these are the seed pods. If you look, I've done a video on this already. I'm just going to do this really quick. Here's the little seed pods. Ooh, it can focus in here. There we go. See how they look like a little purse? That's what I call a shepherd's purse. The seeds are literally, oh, here's some that might have some seeds in the pod. Oh, let me take one out here. See how they're turning brown? So then your seeds, these will just throw everywhere, and then you're gonna start the whole process all over again. These are the seeds are inside here. They're so small. Sorry about my orange fingers. I was cutting carrots up. The seeds are so small that they're inside here. And they'll burst open and they'll fly everywhere. But you can eat these. You can eat this. You can eat these flowers. You can eat this whole thing. I'll probably throw some of the, I think the stalk, probably have to steam it. But these stalks are good when they're steamed and cooked. Kind of like again, asparagus type of deal. But that's it, folks. I'm going to sign off. We're going to go in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to eat your shepherd's purse, which is a wild edible, staple food. Remember, staple foods are, if we are starving and we don't have anything to eat, we can look towards these wild edibles because they are absolutely everywhere. And I mean everywhere. All right, folks, I will see you in the kitchen. Peace. Hey everyone, we are back. This is Shepherd's Purse and we're in the kitchen. So I started everything early because I didn't want to run this whole video very long. The first one was already like over 10 minutes outside trying to teach you. It's hard not being able to teach and do it very quickly. So I'm going to run through teaching you how to eat the shepherd's purse. And what I've done, I'm going to show you what's in the pan. I'm going to tell you what's in the pan. I did cut up some carrots. Well, I shredded them. And I shred them in this doohickey. I love this thing. It's quick and easy. I don't have to mess around. And then I just chop it up small. And then the roots are in here. So I've done the roots. I washed them. They're all set. I like to cook the roots, the ginger, the garlic, the carrots all together first because they take a little longer to cook. The roots are very coarse and hard. So this way when the roots are all done and the stalk is all done, because the stalk is a little woody-ish, it's harder. It's not very tender. And you can see them down in here. Like here's one. Kind of looks like asparagus almost. But those will take a little bit longer to cook. So that's why I will start everything early so that way it's pre-cooked and finished before I do the leaves. So this takes about a good 5 minutes to make, let them get tender. And then here's the steam. The steam doesn't really take that long. And they smell good. They smell just like broccoli. Here is your steam. And they're nice and bright and green. These are almost done. You could put that over put that over rice or quinoa and make a nice dish with it. If you look back at any of my other videos, you'll see I have done a few like that. I got a little lazy. I didn't put carrots or make it kind of a beautiful dish, but this time I felt like doing it because I'll tell you, this is a really yummy tasting wild edible. Like I said, it tastes just like a broccoli. The roots taste a little bit like a rutabaga, though everybody has different taste buds. So once those are done, you throw in your greens, just like you would in anything that you're cooking that has like a spinach. Your spinach, because they wilt like really, this will cook like really fast. So and so all I do is stir it in. It'll take a few minutes and you'll see it start to wilt. I do the water trick, but remember, these are cast iron pans. They'll get very hot. So keep it, well, I keep it about 6 on, this is this is an electric stove, so gas stove will definitely be like a lot hotter, so just watch your temperature. The water does help. It keeps the moisture in it, keeps it from burning. And I think these are done. These, yeah, the steam is already done. That only took about 5 minutes. And see how quickly that cooks? Like, of course I did the roots and the ginger and garlic a little earlier so you didn't have to wait, but you get the idea. There'll be a lot of pictures. You'll be able to see the pictures on what I'm talking about when I say roots, and pictures of the plant, and so you won't be confused. You know, there's a lot of resources out there. I mean, I didn't see anybody making this. I've never seen any videos of anybody cooking. I learned all this from my teacher many, many, many years ago. I don't think I've seen any videos of anybody cooking shepherd's purse as a wild edible. Just me. You don't really need to put anything on this. Remember, your wild plants, they have their own salt automatically in them. They are just, it's a natural organic salt. So, I mean, if you're somebody that wants to put like tamari, or I don't recommend soy sauce, tamari or coconut aminos or something that has a little flavor to it, that's awesome. I mean, you can put whatever you want on it. You can put this over the top of rice and quinoa, like I said earlier. Hey, just impress your friends. Say, guess what we're eating? I do have a friends coming over tonight, so I guess they're going to be trying this. And be like, guess what you're eating? All my friends know that I'm a little quirky, but wild edibles should be a staple food. My son said the house smelled really good. Sometimes I get them to try my wild edibles, then they just look at me and go, no. But it's a labor of love, you know. When you know your plants, you know your plants. So we're going to plate this up because it's done and we want it to look pretty. Totally forgot to get my plate out on my messy cutting board while that is cooking. Just remember, you know, you can do more research. You know, what I'm telling you is just quickly, I'm giving you like a bunch of feed, you know, background stuff where you can go in and do a little more research. Because I know people will say to me, well, you didn't say this. I'm like, well, I don't have so much time to teach you a wild edible. I'm giving you the basics. So here, I mean, I would probably let it cook another minute or so, but it looks all right. Let's plate up the, oh, I didn't make a tea. Well, remember, you can make a tea with this as well. I did not make a tea, but you can do that on your own as well. Make a tea with this. You can dry these. I might dry a whole bunch of shepherd's purse leaves, and you can use it as a condiment. Sprinkle it on your food because it is high in the vitamins that we talked about earlier. Vitamin C, vitamin K. So therefore you have these wonderful nutrients to put on other food that you're making or eating. So this is the steam, which is really nice. And then this is the stir fry, which you're going to be able to see what that looks like on the plate as well. The water turns the heat down just a little bit. You can find me on YouTube under Vermont Pure Herbs. You can find me on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Telegram. I'm kind of all over the place. If you just put in Vermont Pure Herbs on Google, my YouTube videos should pop up as well. My website is vermontpureherbs.com. You can go in and find all my extracts. I do make over 250 products, but they are not all on there. It's just time consuming. It's a lot of work. Anybody that places an order with me will get a pamphlet, a brochure, that has all the products on it. So you can also talk to me through the website. There is a messenger on my website. If you have questions about any of the products, feel free to just reach out to me and I will answer any questions you have. But appreciate it if you put a like and a share and share with your friends, and we'll go from there. And we're just plating this up right now, and we are going to set that aside and have a beautiful dish. I did not use the seeds in there this time. I just left them out. I actually forgot about them. So there you go, folks. You can always find me on the YouTube channel and on my Facebook and Instagram and all the other platforms. Hope you enjoyed this video. Share with your friends. Hit the like button. Peace. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the share button and like button. Send to your friends, and really, really look into this beautiful plant.